Hey Facebook, how's it going? It's Ollie here, and I wanted to do a quick Facebook Live really ahead of tonight's webinar because what's going to be happening is later on at about 8 PM GMT, maybe 7:45 GMT, I'm going to be starting tonight's session, and tonight's session is going to be slightly different to a lot of the other sessions that we've had in the past. I'm going to be covering a lot of foundations, a lot of basics. I'm going to be sitting in this chair here. As you can see, I've got my light set up and everything. We're doing like webcams. I'm going to be on camera. But tonight, as well as the core training and teaching you, going through slides and teaching you exactly everything you need to know to start your business, I'm going to be doing some live product research. So if you don't know who I am, if you're not familiar, I've started a business in 2015 selling on Amazon, and up until this point I've actually just hit $750,000 in Amazon sales, and a lot of this is still through online arbitrage research. And I started with retail arbitrage. I did a bit of that, did a bit of drop shipping, did a few other strategies, but online arbitrage has been making up the bulk of my sales. Now I'm doing a lot more private labels as well, but online arbitrage is really something I'm passionate about. So in addition to all the other stuff that's going on in tonight's webinar, usually, I don't know if you've been on one before, where we have training that's already been covered and I go through it and answer questions. I'm going to be actually showing you how I manually search for online products. And there is like a skill to it. This thing does take a little bit of time to actually master, because there's a few elements and sometimes it can be a little bit hit and miss. So like tonight I might not find any products, who knows, like it could take me ages to actually get going, and then I find there isn't much around, and I'm going to get you guys to tell me which stores to look at. But the point isn't to find products really, the point is to show you how I do it, show you that it is possible and that there is a solid method you can actually use, simple method to find products to sell on your account. And then once you get this going, once you've actually mastered this, and you know exactly how to find the products, you can get that online business built. And this is how I managed to build a remote business selling on Amazon using online arbitrage. Okay, so this is what we're going to cover tonight. I'm going to try and put the link in Facebook somewhere. I don't know if I can put it on this live session, but you should see in the Automate Amazon UK there is, I could probably show you right now actually, there's a few links I've posted up there for tonight's session, so make sure you get signed up. We're going to kick off in 6:30 now, so an hour and a half we'll be going live. There's a post right here, info.ecommercefreedom.com/100 Amazon. You can get signed up. So what I want to do now, guys, if you've got any questions, anything you want to ask me about Amazon, about selling on Amazon, getting started, or if you're already maybe a little bit more advanced, like I've had experience with pretty much every single strategy people talk about, and I've made money with every single strategy. Total now 750,000 sales. So anything you want to ask, guys, I'm absolutely free and willing to help you with your guys' questions. We've already got a few in from that post I posted on Facebook a little while ago. So I'm going to answer those ones first, and I don't know if the guys who posted those are on this session, but I think this gets posted to Facebook after. So anybody who wasn't able to attend can watch the recording. Okay, so we've got a question from, is that Mate, regarding importing electronics or other products from China. And he says, I guess you can't really trust Chinese suppliers with testing and certificates, so how do you make sure the stuff you're able to sell in the UK companies have all the regulatory checks? Basically, in a roundabout way, he said, how do you make sure you're doing everything legitimately? And that's a great question, man. When you're importing stuff from China, you do have to make sure that everything meets standards, and it should have the things you're importing should have certificates. So if you get in touch with the supplier and ask them for the EU or FDA certificates, they should be able to present them to you. If they haven't, then it's a little bit of a risk. I wouldn't necessarily import the stuff just yet. As far as electronics go, like you say, I would personally avoid electronics, especially if you're just starting out to import from China. I wouldn't even go there. There are so many things that can trip you up with electronics. So personally, I would, instead of thinking about products that are going to cause you hassle, focus on low hassle products. Things like baby products, home and kitchen products, maybe toys, pet stuff that's nice and simple, just to make your life a little bit easier. And definitely, I wouldn't go for electronics straight away. If you do, then like you say, you have to be very careful. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, man. And then again, Mate asked, now you've gone a lot through stages in your business and you've used a lot of strategies, how's your income separated between different strategies? That's a great question. So at this present moment, my income is largely coming from private labels and also online arbitrage. Those two strategies together are combining to make my total income. So importing products from China, obviously very, very lucrative, and that's really where you should end up. That's once you've got a bit of cash, private labels is the way forward. You need around about £3,000, $3,000 to start importing from China, really, to do a product properly. And then you need to reinvest that money, really, and you probably won't see it for about 90 days. So I'd say wait until you've got a bit of spare cash to do private labels. And online arbitrage, man, you can start with, £1,000 and get going. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. In fact, we're going to be talking about all strategies tonight, to be honest, but I'm going to be doing live product research for online arbitrage. So I just wanted to give you guys another reminder. If you haven't got signed up yet, get signed up for tonight's webinar. It's going to be an absolute crazy session. I've added a massive stack of bonuses to the offer I'm going to put to you at the end as well. So if you're going to be wanting to join any Amazon courses this year, I think now is your chance to get an unbelievable deal for 2017. So let me just see if I can. There we go. info.ecommercefreedom.com/100 Amazon to join me tonight on tonight's session. And man, it's going to be crazy. We're kicking off at around 8 p.m. GMT. Of your questions. If you've got any questions right now, again, just post them in the chat here. We've got a load of you in the room. Awesome, guys. If you've got any questions for me at all, this is a very unstructured Facebook Live. I just wanted to say hi and remind you about tonight. But obviously, I'm here now, so any questions you want answering, just type them in the Facebook Live question box there. I've got a few more questions here. One from Nollywood Hair. That's not your real name. Your real name's Ndidi, is that right? Hey Ndidi, how you doing? She asks, who could you contact to help you sketch, modify, and design a new product I want to launch? Great question. So if you want to get a design sorted, if you want to get together a logo, maybe some packaging, and get product modifications done in a tasteful and good way using a designer, there's several resources I can direct you to actually get someone good relatively easily. One of them is Upwork. I've used this service to hire graphic designers for my private label products, guys who've actually done real products in America. So they've actually worked for big brands in America. So go to upwork.com. Another place is Fiverr, Fiverr. There's some great talent on there. There's also some kind of slightly lower quality stuff on Fiverr, but I don't know, I guess it's like any platform really. There's good and then there's bad. But just be careful you're hiring a designer who's really, worth their salt. I mean, it might only be $5, but you don't want to waste $5 at the same time. So yeah, Fiverr, Upwork, two great places to find freelancers. Let's see if we've got any more questions. Mate says, are you happy to share your Amazon shop name? No, man, I don't think once you start selling on Amazon, I wouldn't recommend you do that either, just because it would be really easy for people to just copy the products you're selling and sell them yourself, especially when we're doing strategies like online arbitrage where everyone has the same access to the same stuff. So I'd keep your shop name a secret. That would be my advice, just because, I mean, it probably wouldn't be too tragic if people found out, but it would be too easy for them to just copy the stuff you're selling. So I wouldn't publicize that. Okay. By the way, I've got my lights set up today because on tonight's webinar, I'm going to be having a webcam, so I wanted to look nice and pretty for you. I'm in my studio, so this is where I'm going to be broadcasting And these are the lights. This is kind of, I don't know if you guys saw the video I posted out to your emails last week about VAs, but this is like the studio area of my house here in Sweden. And I'm almost ready to go now. I've just been taking notes, adding extra training to the slides, and preparing for you guys. So, look, if you've got any more questions, guys, I'll be happy to answer them. So fire away. I'll give you another insight into what we're covering tonight actually as well, because it's going to be an exciting webinar. Let me tell you and give you an idea of whether it's going to be for you, okay? It's here for when people have already joined, whether this webinar will be for you. So tonight, whether this webinar will actually give you value is if you can invest more than $100 in products to sell on your account. Also, if you're looking to build a real business that's scalable, like where you can start off with a few $100s and then move up to a few $1,000s. Also, if you want to run a business that uses automation, so you can work less and earn more, man. That's one thing that I am super passionate about. Ever since I found out about the idea of starting a business, like not having to put in all the hours. What if you could just have something that kind of runs in spite of you? Now, the reason I actually have so much time to do trainings like this, webinars, Facebook Live, send you guys so many emails is because I use so much automation in my business, and the whole thing is running. Like right now, there's sales going through on my Amazon account, and I'm clearly not doing anything with it. I haven't really touched it too much today, apart from a couple of admin tasks, and it keeps running, right? So automation is really powerful, and if you can actually grow a business that uses a lot of automation, it can give you a hell of a lot of freedom, free time, financial freedom, and just improve your quality of life as you grow the business, okay? So I'm going to be covering. Also, if you're interested in earning 6 figures or more per year, and everybody, I'm not saying everybody's going to earn 6 figures, that will be unrealistic because some people just don't put in the work, but it's nice knowing that you have the potential to be able to actually go and do that. If you're looking to build a business where if you work hard enough, you can generate a 6-figure income, then Amazon is the place to be. In my first year, I started off with a goal, 90-day goals, and my final goal for the year was to do £10,000 in a monthly period, and I hit that in 11 months. So, you know, you can create that 6-figure income if you're looking for one, if you're willing to work hard enough. And on the strategies we're talking about tonight, this will definitely teach you the way forward. And also, we're going to have a long Q&A at the end. Okay, so after all the core training, there's going to be a long question and answer session. So you can join me for that, and you can ask questions about anything you like. And also, what we're going to be doing, as I've already mentioned, after the Q&A, we will be having a live online arbitrage session. I'm going to be literally, you're going to see my computer screen, and I'll be finding products, researching products to show you exactly my method of doing it. And I've taught this method to my VAs, so I don't do it as much anymore. I'm probably a little bit rusty. In all honesty, like my VAs are the ones who do this, because I've taught them. So they're better at this process than me, and that's the way it should be. If you hire someone to do something for you, then they should be better at you at doing it, right? And you know, once you know how to do this process, then you have the ability to grow whatever capital you have into more money, and really start building a lifestyle business, you know. And that's the whole point for me with Amazon, was to build something that would improve my lifestyle and give me an income, which would make things better. Let's have a look. I think we might have a few questions that haven't come up on my feed, but I think you guys have posted some stuff. Let me see if there's anything here. Okay, no questions, just a couple comments. Great stuff, guys. Well, look, I'm going to hang around for a couple more seconds if you guys have got any more questions. If not, look, get signed up for tonight. It's going to be a big session. It's really weird. I can see myself on the screen. It's freaking me out. info.ecommercefreedom.com/100 Amazon. The link is literally in Automate Amazon UK. Automate Amazon UK. Scroll down, and look, you can see me doing it right here. It's really weird. It's Inception. Okay, here we go. info.ecommercefreedom.com/100 Amazon. We'll be kicking off in just over an hour, I believe. Sharp 15 minutes early. It's going to be awesome. All right, guys. It's been a fun session. I love talking to you. Any other questions or anything, bring them to the webinar tonight, and I'll dedicate a lot of time to answering them for you. Thanks a lot for joining me here, and I'll talk to you more later on. Have an awesome evening, and I'll speak to you guys all very soon.